Hey, what's up, my friends? How's it going? Welcome to another What's the Tea? Today, I just wanted to chat about a few things. There has been a lot going on this week. Holy crap, it has it been loaded. So, let's break it down. First, Switch 2. This whole thing has been a big old deal. So, they came out and everyone watched the Switch 2 Direct. Everyone seemed to just be like, oh, this is awesome. Nintendo is killing it. I can't wait until they release all their stuff. I'm super excited and hyped for all these titles. Donkey Kong, Metroid Prime 4. They even freaking showed Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight I thought didn't even exist at this point. I'm glad to see it's actually still coming. Still have to finish it, by the way. One of my gaming sins, to be honest. But that direct came and went without a lot of specifics, and everyone kind of raised an eyebrow and said, "What is going on here?" Well, Nintendo had been holding out on us. That's what. They had put all the prices up previously, and it turns out the Switch is $450. Or rather, Switch 2. $450. Uh, a lot of people think that's a little too much. I don't really. I feel like that's actually not too bad. That's actually not too much more than the Switch 1 was when it came out. And considering how much better of a console that is and how much of a jump it is. And yeah, considering that was a while ago when the Switch came out too. Like, I feel like it's just right. And when they announced the bundle with Mario Kart World was $500, everyone said, "Oh, that's cool." Until they went and looked at the price of Mario Kart by itself. Holy shit, people. $80 games. $90 games if you want a physical. And oh boy, they're cracking the lid on that one. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know. That could be bad. I know GTA 6 was already probably going to be $70, $80 by itself. I mean, some people in the industry wanted it to be $100. And, if it's everything it's promised to be, it might have been like the only one that would have gotten away with that because of how big GTA is and how big GTA 5 is. Being one of the biggest properties of all time. But Nintendo, oh man, they have always thought highly of themselves and they've always been pretty darn greedy. Like, I like Nintendo's products, like the things that they put out, like their games, like they put out quality stuff. But on the business end of things, Nintendo has always just kind of been kind of sneaky. Man, they want a lot and a pretty penny for their stuff. They think real high of their stuff. I understand it's like portable and it has like their gimmicks, Nintendo and stuff, but like, you want to charge $80, man. 80 bones. When it comes to physical media, the story is not much better. Physical media doesn't really exist with the Switch 2. Not in like the traditional sense. It's gonna be like on a per like game basis from the publisher on the publisher side, but for the most part, most cartridges and Switch 2 cases are just gonna be a cartridge for you to put in your Switch that just basically tells it to download the game. That defeats the whole purpose of being physical. So what is even the point? Like, Nintendo, what the hell is up with you guys? Anyway, I was super hyped for the Switch 2. Now I'm kind of, lukewarm on the whole thing. So let me know how you guys are feeling about that. I would love to hear because it's been a real mixed bag with that and the US tariff talk and the goings and the pausings and all. And oh man, what a show. What a show. Other than that, this week was another mixed reception thing, and that was Bungie's marathon. And this was actually yesterday as I'm recording this video. And marathon looks good to me. Like, for, I don't know, maybe 60 to 70% of what I saw. So the cinematic trailer was very good. It set up the world and the lore and like the visual design, and I'm pretty with it. I like the look of the world that they're going for. Except I'm not a big fan of the character models. I do think they're a little overdone. I think they do look cool, but I think they could look cooler if they would just tone it down. Don't be so busy. Like, don't try so hard. You know, like it when you try so hard, it starts to look derivative in a way. You know, like a mobile game that is just dropped on the scene. That it's like, look at me, I need to grab your attention, but like you're not keeping attention for the right reason because it's not like nice to look at. You know, so I hope some customization to the character is on the horizon because I don't know why Western developers are so, uh, let's say, allergic to attractive characters and like have a meltdown every time there's attractive characters on anything. But that's kind of annoying. You know, I don't think it's the biggest problem in the world, but I think it's annoying. Why can't we have characters that look nice? You know, I don't know. It does give me some like very scary Concord vibes in some weird ways. There are some weird parallels here and there, but for me, I don't think it's going to be on that level of a flop. And maybe that is because I personally hope Bungie can, you know, figuratively pull their head from their ass and get going with Destiny again. Get it on the right track. Get it on track with Marathon. Get your company going. Get people who are the issues out of there, so you guys can concentrate on the games because like the back end shit has gotten in the way for a while, and it's been obvious for a really long time. Bungie has been struggling with numerous things here and there, and I don't know how they've actually gone this long without addressing a lot of those things. Part of me even feels like it's just luck that they haven't even gone under at this point with some of the crazy things that have happened with that company. And that might be a hot take, but that's just honestly how I feel with how many times Destiny has, quote, died and came back, or like the company itself has been in trouble with something, So we'll see where they go with Marathon, and we'll see how this turns out. It's hard to say right now. Like, oh, I like the way this looks gameplay wise. I think it'll do well for this audience or whatever else, because there's still a lot of variables. I mean, looking at the gameplay, like the actual gameplay, I I feel like it looks like Destiny crossed with Apex Legends, to be quite frank, but like as an extraction shooter, and that could work. There are some things about Apex that I really like. The core game and how it plays is one of those things I really do like. Even the way the environments are really nice. But I do see the Destiny gunplay. I do see the Bungie magic, as they would call it, when it comes to the gunplay. Even though this like super high fantasy version of cyberpunk that they got going on here, I don't know what else to call it, is quite the aesthetic, I will say. I don't know. Some of the wild looks is gonna take some getting used to for me, to be honest. I mean, I like gritty a lot of the time, but I do like very sheen and very like simplistic, futuristic looks every now and again when a development team knows how to present it. Like, for example, Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge looks so nice. Even the second one looks so nice. I think it kind of is invoking some of those vibes, which is why I wanted to talk about it a little bit, because it does remind me of that kind of color palette. I really hope it does well. I do. And I hope it's a good time, because I don't see what would be the downside of having another good game on the market. I ain't out here to hope that things fail. you know, there's no point in that. Let's cross our fingers and be positive and be like, hey, I hope this does well, because obviously Bungie has it in them somewhere. So I hope we see it. On that note, I think I'm going to be seeing Switch 2 and Marathon news in my sleep. It's been everywhere. So let's wind down and talk about what has been going on lately with me, apart from the latest Liza P video that has recently gone up on the channel. Watch that if you are so inclined. It's just me gushing about Liza P and how great it is for 10 minutes because I honestly do think it is a wonderful game. But I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter still. With the new update and all the farming needed to do things and a lot of the changes, I have been enjoying jumping in there and just farting around with stuff. Other than that, I have also been playing some Devil May Cry 5 because it's been a minute since I played some Devil May Cry and I haven't played 5 nearly as much as I've played the rest, save for maybe 2 because that one is not great, let's say. Uh, and y'all will probably say it's probably because the Devil May Cry anime. No. It's actually because of a random video on Facebook where they were like, dude, look at this banger intro. And then I remembered how freaking awesome of a song Devil Trigger is and how good it feels to slay things while that music's blasting. That's why I wanted to play it. But quick thoughts on the show. It's not really for me. Can't get past that. That's Nero's voice actor. Can't get past a lot of the not so great writing, and lady is annoying. I don't know. I don't. Why did you do that to my girl? Anyway, there's been a lot of games coming out recently, and I think it's been nice to kind of catch up on those. So let me know if you all have been doing the same, or if you've been playing other things. This has been another What's the Tea? I love making these and just talking about what just happened during the week. Let me know what happened with y'all. Have you played anything I've been talking about? What are you looking forward to? What is your thoughts on the Switch 2? Is that too much for you? Do you think it's going to go up? Do you think they'll rescind it and going down? Are you going to buy a Mario Kart World for 80 bucks? Please don't tell me you're going to do that. Please don't tell me you're going to do that. We don't need $8 games yet. We just pushed it to 70. Let's hold that line. Yeah? Yeah. Anyway, been Havoc Fanatic. Signing out. Talk to you guys later. Peace.